Oh, hey, remember me? Yes, this project is still happening. Hasn't been a video or really Instagram or anything lately because I've had a lot of stuff going on, family stuff, health stuff, all sorts of stuff. But I've still been tinkering away at the boat project, and I've still got this giant thing full of parts. But a nice little update here is that we almost have one engine back together, which is pretty great. And on top of that, I started pulling out some of the beds and some of the stuff down in there. This video is probably just going to be a big coagulation conglomerate collective of a bunch of little clips as I've been taking here and there. I don't know, I just haven't really been in the video making mood, and two, it's April and we still got a lot of shit to do. So bear with me, but I hope you enjoy this video. This is Rebuilding Slanche. Cruising down the street in my 626 because I'm too lazy to walk down to the hut. I got a bunch of stuff in the mail. If you know, you know. Heads up. On the last episode, you saw that I was painting the engines, getting things cleaned up and torn apart. Well, I'm still doing that, but I figured I would do a video showing how to just replace your rear main seal, because there are some videos out there, but you know, man, just trying to help some brothers out, you know, or ladies. But yeah, so on the port engine, I'm gonna finish taking the oil pan off, regasket that, and then we're gonna get that put back on. And then on the starboard engine, I'm gonna do the rear main seal, and then bolt everything back together, and then start degreasing the other side so we can get that cleaned up, and that will just about finish that engine. So let's hop to it, and I'll see you in a bit. I've been tinkering. My hands have been getting pretty dirty, so I had to get cleaned up really quick so I could use the camera. I know I could wear gloves, but I'm not gonna, because that's not fun. Anyways, I gotta take the old gasket off of here, so I gotta get some razor blades and I gotta chip this away. And then I've gotta get the drain plug out because this drain plug is stuck. Does not want to come out. Dissimilar metals. It happens. But over here we have the engine, and it's hanging right now. And while that's hanging, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna scrape the remnants of the old gasket off here and make sure that's clean and prepped and ready to go to put our new gasket in. Top of the new gasket, we got the flywheel off, flex plate off, new rear main seal installed. Honestly, it was interesting. This engine must have been serviced at some point because the rear main seal was also black. That one's red. That looks like it's the original, and I feel like this was probably serviced at some point because that transmission is also a bit in better shape, and it's spray painted green on the inside. The other one is not. So who knows? If anybody knows, you should let me know in the comments. That would be interesting. But yeah, so I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to get that oil pan prepped, and I'll see you in a little bit. Hey, little pro tip time here for you. When you go to garage sales, or if you stop by auctions, if you find a box of old tools and they're cheap and they're not Craftsman, SK, or Snap-on, take them and buy them if they're like a couple bucks a piece. And I call these the lifesaver. I just filled that thing with a bunch of weld, and this is the drain plug that was once in that oil pan, but there's nothing left of this drain plug, and I'm pretty sure this just cost me like 2 cents. Hope that helps you guys out. Now that the oil pan's missing off the bottom of this, time to do the rear main seal. Now, have you ever been trying to do this and you're like, get that pick in there, you know, get both of these picks, it just doesn't work? Try this next time. Warning, this is not for the faint of heart. Alright, so what you're going to need is an impact and a self-tapping metal screw. Now, I've drained all the oil and there's no oil pan under here. Now you could do this after you've drained your oil too to replace the rear main seal, and you're not going to lose this. This is just for leverage. So all that you do is you take this, find a spot on this old gasket right in between, and let it bite in just enough to where it's bitten in. Then grab a pair of needle nose, get on here, and gone. And that's how you do it. I hope that tip helps you guys out someday, because yeah, that was new to me, and I only learned that because I watched a Subaru video. Shocker, right? New oil pan paint job with a new drain plug. Let's replace the rear main seal, and then take the oil cooler off this side. Oh, hey, you caught me sleeping. Oh my God, that light is bright. But these beds aren't very comfy. Alright, yeah, so I've been working down here, and I have been slowly, let me spin you around here, I've been slowly but surely taking some things apart. As you see, the battery tray is gone, and it looks like I found the squirrel condo. Then you come over here, I've got to move this electrical panel up into here, so then we can disassemble these. And I've started getting a lot of the just unnecessary wires, the fuel lines, and some other things just cleaned out, so we can go ahead and get these engine beds taken out. That probably won't happen in this video, but it will happen in the next one for sure. So the door is closed on the boat, and you see that there are these two extension cords going down in there. It's because there's something cooking in there, literally cooking. It's 70 degrees in there. Do you know what that means? Let's go take a look. We're back in the V-berth. If you've seen the other videos, that tape is still there. Still haven't patched that hole. I'll get to it eventually. But these old Bertram green fiberglass, what made Bertram famous. The problem is somebody went through and ripped out all of the old carpet. Because there used to be this nice shag carpet, you know, that would, like what boats have. The only problem is it's gone now. And when I'm sleeping, I don't want to roll over and put my arm against this and get all itchy. So, what's the solution? What we're going to do is we are going to make this boat a little pretty, a little yachty. And we're going to add a ceiling in it. What's a ceiling, you may ask? This is a boat ceiling. You see this a lot of time in sailboats, or like older classic boats, things like that. What I will be doing is using some ash that my dad actually went through, milled, planed, and cleaned up for me. And we're going to make this thing really pretty. And the nice natural brightness of the ash is going to help brighten the V-berth up in here so it doesn't feel so much like a cave. And it'll just help class up the boat a little bit. So, what's the plan? Let me show you. Wait, I already have half of it done. Not really. I have one side started. I barely have any of it done. Let's be real. So what I've got going on right now is this is not pretty at all, right? I have an ash board that has been fiberglass to the hull. Same here, and same here. Now, don't mind the putty, don't mind the glass. This is all going to get sanded down again. This has already been sanded down before, and any spot where you see some of this old glue residue, that's just going to be its permanent home, but it is nice and level and flush. Oh yeah, by the way, got new batteries for the boat. Woohoo! But I also had a little ingenious idea, and here's another little pro tip. I guess this is a tip episode. See this? This is stick-on sandpaper that I had. And what I did is I just stuck on, I think it's 220 or 120. I just stuck it on the bottom of the battery, and now I can use those to lean up as supports to put pressure on those so they adhere to the hull. I don't have to drill, screw, because then I would have holes in the boat. and it's using something that I already had. So if you ever get into buying and you need a support, just stick some sandpaper on it. So what I'm going to do next is come over here, and I am going to get the next 3 on the port side all set up here, and I will do a time lapse so you can see. Now mind you, I'm in an enclosed space. I have a respirator. If you're going to do something like this in an enclosed space with resin, do not always wear a respirator, because if you don't, you're going to look like Hypnotoad, and you're going to want to listen to the Grateful Dead.
Alright, I have no idea how this is going to turn out for you guys, but let's cook, let's make this happen. Cheers.
Oh, I almost forgot. I'm going to be using a polyester putty to adhere these ash boards to the hull. And then once I've gone through and added putty behind those ash pieces, I'm going to be using a polyester resin just to paint over that. And then I'll be using Chop Strand matte to just give it more support. And then once that's down, I'll lean my batteries up against it, and then it's hurry up and wait. But the nice thing with polyester is it dries nice and quick, and especially since it's warm in here, that stuff's going to kick off. So have fun.